LOIS. What's up, gentlemen? What's up, men? How we doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here. You think you heard that from before somewhere? Definitely more than likely on a CD. Probably Miss Elliott. Water is delicious. Hey, what's up, Jex? What it is, homie? Hey, what's up, everybody? What it do? Give you guys some time. Make sure to like this stream up. You know what I'm saying? We off up in this mug. We might as well get the links off up in this mug. What it is, Reggie side. And we live. You know what I'm saying? Coming at you guys live from Houston and Vegas. You feel me? You know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a nice night tonight. I wanted to play some Fortnite with y'all, play some music, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess the internet is not wanting to cooperate tonight. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. Yo, what's up, Jex? What's up, Reggie side? What's up? Yo, so type of one in the chat if you guys can see the type of one in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio. Type of two in the chat if you guys cannot hear all the audio. What's up? That's what's up. All right, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? The story I got for you guys tonight, man, is wild. You know what I'm saying? It is wild. That's what's up. All right, so peep game, right? So, all right, so peep game. So, what happened was, like, I met dude when we both lived in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you guys can hear the audio. Type of two in the chat if you cannot hear the audio. For real, for real. All right, so I met Rashad when I first moved into the projects. You know what I'm saying? And we became cool. Yeah, I mean, fast forward. So one night, I'm kicking it at my crib. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I decided to go out and play poker. When I decided to go out and play poker, I get a call on my phone, and you know what I mean? It's my little brother, KT. And KT is like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The house just got robbed. You know, blah, blah, blah. You need to hurry up and run home. Like, hurry up and get here. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me, I'm just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I call up one of my other homeboys. He came through to pick me up. His name is, I'm not gonna say his name. You guys might know who he is. He's a celebrity low key. If we reach 10 super chat, I'll tell you guys his name. So he comes, he picks me up. You know what I'm saying? We dart over to my crib at the time, which was out here. It was on Maurice Street. Yeah. It was on Maurice Street. Hey, nice shirt. Thank you. What's up, American? Hi, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I welcome you to me. You know, good to see you. And don't tell people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't tell people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, y'all? Do I still do reacts? Absolutely not. No, I'm not streaming reacts like 8 hours a day, usually. You know what I'm saying? Around 2 today, but usually 8. Let's see. Yo, that's what's up. What's up, Grizzlies? What's up, Arthur? What's up, Leland? All right, you guys. So the first super chat milestone is 50 in super chat. Once we reach that, I'll tell you guys a time when I got robbed. Well, a guy tried to rob me when I was walking home. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and he tried to rob me at knife point. It was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear a story about when I got robbed at knife point. Type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear a story about when a girl tried to frame me for pregnancy. I found out she was flu flamming, man. You know what I'm saying? She was 100% playing games, tried to get me to pay her child. Did you know a woman can have like 17 different dudes paying her child support for the same baby? Isn't that wild? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be you can't just you gotta use stuff when you're with the chicks, you know what I mean? Contraceptive. You know what I'm saying? If any of you guys out there need like a good money alternative for contraceptive, I do teach how to make a hood condom. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 100 in super chat tonight, I will make a hood condom here for us tonight, just in case any of you are with lady people that are very friendly to you. You know what I'm saying? That way nobody gets pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She probably just end up getting a yeast infection instead. You know, and we are going to edit that out. You know, so with that being said, yeah, you know, house got robbed at gunpoint, you know what I'm saying, by my own best friend, or at least so who I thought he was at the time, you know what I'm saying. I will be telling you his name once we reach 20 in super chat. For 30, I'll tell you where he lived at, which is where I flattened his tires at the first time. Because I flattened his tires, you know, after he robbed my house. It didn't satiate me enough. So we went back and had a talk with him. A nice, non-violent talk about how you shouldn't rob your best friends. Huh? You guys have beaten people. We gonna edit that out. For 40 bucks, you'll give her sin. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Females love to sin, you know, especially if there's liquor involved. You know, hey, what's up, Hellheart? All right, you guys, type of one in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio. Type of two in the chat if y'all can't hear none of this. You know, you can't see any of it. It's all convoluted and, you know, non-existent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's all the Matrix movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, cool. That's what's up. What's up, Bank Boy Entertainment? What's up, Aaron? What's up, Ellie? What it is, James? What's up, Taylor? What's up, Hanny? What's up, C? What's up, Regicide? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Taylor Player. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jaden? What's up, Avery? Yo, what's up, Javon? Yes. What it is. You know what I'm saying? Love the shirt. Yo, I love that you love the shirt. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Running 2 streams. No, we running 7 streams. You know what I'm saying? I've got cameras everywhere. We were loaded up. You know what I'm saying? With all the bells and whistles. You feel me? Let's see. Yeah, there, dude. Haha. Just had to clean the lens. Hey, thank you, THMC. Appreciate the compliment. All right, so, you know what I'm saying? The night my house got robbed, you know what I'm saying? It was hilarious. You know what I mean? Very, very flimsily put together. You know what I'm saying? A horrible job, nonetheless. So he told on himself, man. You know what I'm saying? Completely told on himself. And so what happened was one night I was out at the Orleans, out here There's a Orleans casino. It is, that way. I was there playing poker, doing good, and I get a call on my phone. It's from none other than, well, I'll tell you his name once we reach a 20 in super chat, but it was my best friend of the time. He calls me and says, yo, man, I'm out here. I'm at this party, bro. The party is like super lit, hella lit. You know what I'm saying? And like, you should come to the party. I can come and pick you up and bring you to the party. And me, I'm like, oh, that's what's up, bro. How's lit the party? How lit is the party? And he's like, oh, well, it's hella lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm super drunk, but I'm gonna come pick you up. You can hear the music. You hear the music. And the music it sounded like if someone were driving with the windows down because of the air. I could hear the air. And, I could hear the traffic and whatnot. So he's like, yeah, man, I'm at this party and you should come through. And there's a bunch of ladies here and stuff. But yo, man, you say you're at the Orleans casino. Okay, cool, man. Hey, you know what? Let me know if you want me to come pick you up. I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. I've got to go read some emails. You know what I'm saying? We done reading emails and we are back. Now, what had happened was, so homie's like, oh man, yeah, bro, see, I'll talk to you later. So then he hangs up the phone, right? And I already thought it was conspicuous, or there was something clearly wrong with the things he had told me because, I heard all the traffic in the background and whatnot. And on top of that, he very rarely ever called me to tell me when the party was happening. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys have any friends that'll only tell you about parties once the party's over with already? You know what I'm saying? Like, type of one in the chat, if you got a friend who only tell you about parties a week after it's already gone down. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that party from last week, man, you should have came. I didn't tell you it was going down, but you should have came. It was great. You know what I'm saying? There was women everywhere, man. The music, you would have loved it. You know what I'm saying? But, well, actually, I'm at a party right now, but I don't, I don't, the people here, man, there's a bunch of, hey, matter of fact, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. And the cycle continues. You feel me? Hey, what's up, Cameron? Yo, what's up? Awesome that you bought a membership, bro. Yo. Hey, what's up, Sylvan? Yo, what's up, James? Yo, what's up? It's good to see you. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hi, you guys. Hey, yeah, no spamming. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Reggie Side, how would you feel about being a moderator for the night? Possibly longer. You are very loyal and you've been at a lot of streams and I like your energy. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. What happened to Randy? If we reach 150 in super chat, I'll tell you what happened to Randy. That way it'll give me enough time to tell you guys enough details on the Rashad Banks story. You know what I'm saying? But so type of one in the chat if once we reach 150 in super chat, you guys want me to tell you everything that happened to Randy, all the juicy details. He's still a good person, all that good stuff. So two in the chat, if once we reach the super chat milestone, you guys want me to tell you the story of the woman that I got pregnant. And I don't think I told y'all that story, actually. Oh, shit. So type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story that I never told you guys. Type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about, yeah, one of them was it. Tell what was number one? Yeah, I'm saying one of you guys remember what number one was. Yeah, I'm saying so. Two is getting the girl pregnant that I didn't tell you guys about, and one is the other one. You guys clearly want to hear one. Shit. Oh damn. They want to hear it. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Oh snap. Hey, see, one person wants to hear one. Do I got two? We got two for one. like at McDonald's or something. Huh? We got two for one. We got five twos. Oh shit. That's more than twos. What was number one? You know what I'm saying? What was number one? Hey, what it is, Fitch? What it is Barian. What it is, Jizuku. You know what I'm saying? No, this is a hologram, like a Chief Keef concert. Jizuku, Kasupa, Jizabu. No, this is not a loop, but it is a Chief Keef concert hologram. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here. I'm really in like Hawaii or Saskatchewan. This is a virtual reality like in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Now, so what happened was I get a call from, he tells me that, he's going to come pick me up. He's super duper drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you guys his name once we reach 20 in Super Chat. So he says he's going to come pick me up. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm thinking I'm not going to get a ride from him once I hang up the phone because he is super duper drunk and I'm not going to get a ride from drunk people. Type of one in the chat if you wouldn't get a ride from a drunk person because they're drunk already. Type of two in the chat if hell yeah you'll get a ride from a drunk person. They're only going to crash. Murdering innocent people. It's cool. So who does oh man. Hey, W in the chat to YB Dame. They just super chatted too. Directly through the super chat. Yo, W's in the chat. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to put the links in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, for this segment of the story, what had happened was, so lock in, guys. This part of the story is where it really, really gets filthy. No, it's not filthy. Not that. So what had happened was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting there, I keep playing poker because I'm thinking everything's cool. You feel me? So I go and at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? Like, say 20 minutes later, I get a call from none other than my younger brother. You know what I'm saying? And he calls me and he says, he's like, yo, the house just got robbed. He's in a panic. He's like, yo, the house just got robbed. I don't know what to do, man. The house, they stole everything of mine. They only stole his stuff. Luckily for us, they only stole his things because I didn't have a whole lot of belongings that I was working with at the time. I was playing poker full time, so I was working off of a $3,000 bankroll that I had hid in my room. You know what I'm saying? If we reach, type of one in the chat, if you know what, once we reach for 10 super chat, I'll tell you guys where I hid my money at. You know what I'm saying? And I said hid because that's where I hide my money at these days too. You know what I'm saying? So, what had happened was, snap, we're gonna have to plug this one into a charger. You know what I'm saying? Luckily enough, we've got the equipment to do so. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now I get the call from my younger brother KT, and he's frantic and he's freaking out. He stole everything. They took all my stuff because they stole his PlayStation 3 or 4, definitely one of them. And on top of that, they ended up stealing his just all of his stuff. He had a TV, a whole bunch of stuff. So I call my homeboy. I instantly knew it was Rashad. You know what I'm saying? I instantly knew who it was. So, yo, W's in the chat to YB Dame. Hey, where you from, YB Dame? You know what I'm saying? It's good to meet you, Brody. Hey, what's up, Flitch TV? You know what I'm saying? All right, so look, there's a lot of details I'm leaving out. If you guys want any details, the juicy details, super chat them through. You feel me? The juicier the super chat, the juicier the detail you can ask for. You know what I'm saying? What was Rashad Banks' social security number? But it's like a 250 in super chat. We will figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Even if we have to oh boy, that's a different type of jail time we'd get for doing that. That's like the computer dude from Bad Boys 2 with the thick glasses. We'd go to jail for a long time. Now, with that being said, KT's like, yo, I think I know who it was. And I say, it was Rashad. It's my best friend from the projects that I know because he just called me earlier. And I'm like, there's no way that it's not him. You know what I'm saying? Now, um, I decide to call my homeboy. He's a online celebrity, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say his name, you know what I'm saying? We're attending Super Chat, we'll say his name. But he's an online poker player, you know what I'm saying? He's really famous. He taught me to make good money playing poker, you know what I'm saying, for a living. And he picks me up in this really nice freaking car. I mean, the car is like a caddy, candy coated paint, all that good stuff. He picks me up, you know what I'm saying? And he's dressed in costume for some reason. And I'm like, why are you in costume? And he's like, oh, bro, I was at a party. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what happened with your house getting robbed? I was like, oh, bro, this somebody I know from the projects, man. He robbed the house. Whatever. Happens to the best of us. Oh, that felt good. Oh, yeah. Type of one in the chat if you guys could hear that neck crack. Type of two in the chat if you couldn't hear that neck crack. You could hear it. Yo, W's in the chat, the YB Dame. W's in the chat, boys. W's in the chat. And anyway, you know what I'm saying? What had happened was, yo, okay, let me check for your comments, Brody. YB Dame. Yo, you from Jersey? You in Ohio? What part of Ohio is you in currently? I hail from Toledo. Worst birth rate in Ohio for good reason. I mean, I was actually in church in Toledo. I was a born again virgin, and that's exactly what I am now. I practice no type of harlotry. You know what I'm saying? Yo, W's in the chat. All right, you guys. So, yo, once we reach the first super chat milestone, what do you guys want me to tell you? Like, what crazy part of the story do you guys want to tell me? I mean, do you guys want me to tell you once we reach the super chat milestone? Now, with that being said, relocking back in. Rashad Banks, he was a fool. You know what I'm saying? Why would you call me after you robbed me? You know what I'm saying? I know where you live at, nigga. I mean, person. You know, man. How dare he break the sanctimonianism of our friendship, by burgling my house. Probably needed the rent money. Later on, he told me he needed the money for he said he owed someone money. I'll tell you guys that part of the story later. You know what I mean? It's all the way bad. You know what I'm saying? We reach a super chat of 20, and I'll tell you guys who he owed money to because he was drug dealing. He had been drug dealing on the side, and it went horribly disastrously, which I know personally from never drug dealing. You know, and we know that I never drug deal because if I told you I did, y'all wouldn't think it was true. So now that we have completely skirted me from all accountability for drug dealing, I used to drug deal. Yeah, I'm saying back when I was young. My bad. Fell out of character. But so anyway, you know what I'm saying, when I used to be drug dealing. You know what I mean? Like he was one of my employees that I hired. Horrible employee. Always late. Gave away the product for free that I didn't do because no one would believe me even if I told you I did, which is good. That way we never go down for any of this. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I can tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth because no one would believe me even if it was. Now, with that being said, I'm saying, but yeah, we ain't gonna tell that story of me selling stuff. You know what I'm saying in detail, unless we reach 100 in super. To type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the drug dealing adventures that didn't happen because it's 100% a lie and made up by Chat GPT. Type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear that story. You know what I'm saying? 100% made up. We didn't do any of it. Type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I got that woman pregnant once we reach the super chat milestone. First one of 50. Type we make it 100. That way I have time to tell y'all the whole story. So once we reach the first super chat of 100, you know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I didn't drug dealer. When I wasn't a drug dealer, and type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when I didn't get this woman pregnant. Nigga. I love the internet. You know what I'm saying? This way I can't get in trouble for this. No one can be like, oh, see, look, he was a drug dealer because it's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. None of us saw this. You know what I'm saying? None of this happened. You know what I'm saying? All right, Joe. So let's see. Ones and twos, boys. All right, we got 3 ones on this side, and we got a bunch of ones on the other side. Okay, damn. All right, so look, once we reach 100 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys the story of when I did not drug deal. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, Rashad Banks, horrible employee for when I wasn't a drug dealer. And, you know, I say that because he was, you know, he skimmed off the top of the product. But back to the story of him robbing my house. Yeah, at gunpoint with all of his goons. I believe they were Bloods, like 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? They ransacked the crib. So I get to the crib, you know what I'm saying, covered in police, you know what I'm saying, slathered in law enforcement and what it was. So I get up over there. The security guard is apologizing profusely, the one that secures the apartment complex I was living at. She's telling me, I'm so sorry. I wanted to help, but it was 6 of them and they had masks and guns. I was like, no, you are not supposed to get shot for our stuff. Appreciate you for alerting the authorities. So I go up into the crib, you know what I'm saying, and it's set up like a crime scene from a Batman Arkham video game for some reason. And I walk up in there, and you know they're treating me like I'm like a lead detective because you know I live there. You know I'm showing them around and stuff. So they showed me all the clues. This is like it was like a Arkham, Batman Arkham City freaking crime scene, right? So I walk up in there and I'm like, you know, I'm like, yeah, man, they're showing me all the stuff that got stolen. You know, they're showing me the footprints. Someone's dusting for freaking fingerprints. You know what I'm saying? Someone's got a camera. There's crime scene tape and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's like mistress white powders that they're using to get the fingerprints from the people that did this. So they walk us into my room, which was the room furthest to the back. You know, they show me the inside. You know, there was a bed, you know, a mattress on the floor if you want to be a dick about it, you know, and there was the window that led to the balcony that they jumped off and absconded into the night. You know what I'm saying? They literally jumped off the second floor balcony, landed, and then ran to the car and got out. You know what I'm saying? It was on some that one game we played, some thief type shit, you know what I'm saying? So the detectives, they tell me, they're like, yo, so you have any idea who did this? Me, you know, I'm a civilian. I got out of the non-drug dealing game a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing online is believed anyway. So I can just tell you guys the whole truth anyway. It doesn't matter. So with that being said, but mind you, all of this is fake. You know what I'm saying? And none of it happened. If anyone ever accuses me of any of this, I'm gonna W's in this chat to YB Dame. Thank you for another dollar in super chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's what's up, Brody. Yo, W's in the chat. I'm reading you guys' chats. Oh shit, what's up, Namtran? All right, guys, step one in the chat if you guys can read this. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 100 and once we reach 96 more in super chat, we will immediately go into the story of the non-drug dealing adventures of Blasphemous HD. You guys don't know any of these stories because I thought for the longest time that if I told people this stuff, I will go back to jail. But since no one believes any of this anyway, it's all made up by ChatGPT and or Photoshop. I can tell you guys the truth. Yeah, I'm saying, as long as we hitting the super chat milestones off up in this mug, yeah, I'm saying, yeah. I always had my battle wounds. Yo, that's what's up. I love my battle scars. This is my favorite one. Yo. All right, you guys. Yo, so look, what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? What time is it and where are you guys from? I know the one homie out there is from Toledo, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that place is so slutty that I had a great high school out there. I went to a lot of different high schools. It was a great experience because I got to go through the hierarchy, the bully hierarchy of so many different schools that I got good at it at a certain point. I could predict what someone was gonna do. I was like, oh, that guy's gonna try to fight me for no reason. Oh man, his girl likes me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was great. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Jesus? What's up, Certified Duke? What it is, Dose? Ah, all the cabana. What it is, Sylv? What it is, James? Yo, hope you guys are having a great night, Jake. Yo, hope you're having a good night, Snatch. What's up, Gleek? What's up, James? What's up, Dunny? What's up, Rat? What's up, Clarissa? Hey, what time is it where I'm at? It is 32 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? It's actually 2:23. Dang, we just missed 222. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Seth Bard? Yo, what's up? Yo, appreciate you for the compliment, man. That's awesome that you see me as your mentor and or sensei and or, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what's up. Hey, talk about business. What type of business you trying to talk to, YB Dame? You know what I'm saying? Sill. Yo, YB Dame, I'm checking for your comments. So, any comments you guys want me to see, if you super chat them through, then I'll see them mugs because it's a good amount of y'all. All right, so anyway, back into the story time. Now, with that being said, I tell the officers everything about Rashad Banks. I tell them where he lives, what color car he drives, what color woman he drives, like where his mama hides her rent money, like where they live at. I tell them all the details. Yo, cop gonna look at me, bro. He took me back to his police car with him, not in cuffs this time, swear to God. And he literally tells me, oh, word, man, this is him. I know this is the guy who robbed your house. And I'm like, oh, how do you know that? And he's like, well, because he has 11 priors for burglaring houses. He's already burgling. He's a career burglar. He's burgling for a living all the time. Just doesn't get a job. Just waits till he runs out of money and then burgles. Immediately burgles. Doesn't put in an application. I've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll go deeper into these parts of the story once we reach once we reach more super chats. You know what I'm saying? That lets me know you guys want to hear the details, the insides of the story, and nothing else. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? The cop tells me, you know what? Since we know that he did this, guess what? Guess what? If if anything happens to him, we'll know you did it. Even if you didn't do it, you're going down for it. Since we know you know that he did this. After you just gave us all the information, after we asked you for the information, you tell us the truth, and now you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? I found out that night why black people don't trust the police. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that if we tell the truth, we go down for this. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you ever told the truth and it really screws you over. Type of two in the chat if the truth has never screwed you over. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you're talking to a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you guys are talking to your girl or a girl you have a crush on, and she says to you, baby, tell me the truth. I ain't gonna get angry, which is a lie, because you know she gonna get angry. You know what I'm saying? And probably beat you because of it. You know, and no man deserves to be beaten. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Mm-mm. Hey, appreciate you guys for the compliments. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Is this a real story time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. None of this happened. None of this. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrote this on Pinterest. No, no, no. It was Photoshop. I photoshopped this story on Amazon and then had it wish list to my house. None of this is real. It's all a hologram. And this story completely didn't happen. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I tell homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see. So after the cop tells me I'm gonna go to jail for this, if it happened, if I do anything to him, then I'm just like, whatever, whatever. So fast forward, let's say 6 months, right? Stuff happened in the 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Super chat and ask me what happened if y'all want to know the details. You know what I'm saying? The higher the super chat, the crazier the detail I'll tell you. But you know what I mean? To make stuff short, to make a long story short, I met up with him twice, and he didn't know that I knew that he robbed my house, but I did. I was casing him. You know what I'm saying? That shit is interesting. They laughed directly in my face. Good Lord, the conversation. I'll tell you guys reach for 20 in super chat. I'll tell you guys what happened. Now, not only that, but I went to their apartment, you know what I'm saying? And me and a friend of mine, we were heading over there to beat the dude up, but the dude chickened out at the last moment, so we didn't go. That was 3 months prior to me whooping his ass after he robbed my house. So, to end the story, 6 months later, I'd finally had enough, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get this dude. I'm mad, and mind you, this didn't happen. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get this dude. I'm tired of waiting. I started feeling heartbroken because he kept calling me, and we would talk, and he was clearly the guy who robbed my freaking house. So, with that being said, let's see. Appreciate the compliment, yo. What's up, Clarissa? What's up, stream? Both. Hold up. Let's see. Understandable. You're obsessed with being black in claw? They have surgeries for that. You know what I'm saying? That's for real, for real. That's really, really cool that you're obsessed with being black. You know what I'm saying? What got you into being obsessed with being black? In claw. You know You know what I'm saying? M Claw. I think it's M Claw Dog. Is that like a name of a donut from Pink Box? Is it M Claw Dog? Does the claw does the donut have like parts of hot dogs in it? It sounds terrible tasting thing. You know what I'm saying? What's my favorite Pokemon? Yeah, Dragonite. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What got you into being obsessed with being black? M Claw Dog. That name is creative. Hilarious. Chat GPT. Dude, who uses Chat GPT? That stuff is work. All right, so the heralding the crazy freaking ending. So, ooh, yeah, the ending is really, really incriminating. Yo, ooh. If we reach a 50 in super chat, I'll tell you guys, I'll unlock the crazy ending. Yeah, I'm saying 50 in super chat unlocks the crazy ending. The one that could send me to jail for a long time if it actually happened, because it didn't happen. Clearly. Hey, W's in the chat to YB Dame. Yo, W's in the chat to YB Dame. Appreciate you, Brody. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to YB Dame. He just super chatted another dollar directly through, which means once we reach $45 more in super chat, I will tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, the story. It will unlock that ending along with the next story. You know what I'm saying? It'll unlock the ending of me pretty much committing, and not really, but, just, totally this didn't happen. But yeah, it was really, really bad. It was assault. It was bad. Like, technically, they could have given me like 5 years for that because he went to the hospital. He had to eat through a straw for about 3 months. Bet he won't rob another house now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't rob your friends, people. You know what I'm saying? It's not nice. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Don't rob your friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause it doesn't feel bad whooping the shit out of somebody if they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? His girl updated his Facebook and was like, yo, I taking my baby to the hospital, and I died laughing, guys. I laughed from a deep, healthy place. I was like, this nigga taking baby to the hospital. And it was 3 days after I had whooped his ass. So, you know what I'm saying? I knew that he tried to just like walk it off from the crib, but but after a while, he suffered so many internal injuries, you know? Like he had 5 broken ribs, you know? I'll tell you guys the rest of for a 20 in super chat. I'll tell you guys, I'll list off the injuries for a 20 in super chat. It was bad, man. Shouldn't rob people's houses, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. People, we like our stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That shit's, man. Hey, look at the bright side. At least I didn't have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Would have debated his ass. Yeah? Bet he would have shut the hell up then. Nigga. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna have to put this one her because it's convenient. Yeah. Yeah, this battery's about to die. We gotta lock it, hook it up. There we go. Boom. That's what's up. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna put the other one up too. Give me a second. Alright, so. But yeah, that's the secret ending. Is all of the damages. We did Mortal Kombat level damages on that guy, man. It was hilarious, you know what I'm saying? Poor thing. You know what I'm saying? Bet he won't rob his friends again. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this other time, this one guy, you know what I'm saying? This guy, he tried to rob me at gunpoint. Well, technically, he wasn't trying to rob me, but I ended up at gunpoint, which was all the way bad. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was I was at a let's see. I was so what happened was, you know what I'm saying? I was at a club. I was at this club called Club Red down on Fremont Street. I was kicking it, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. So I was down there kicking it, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And these two girls, they just start fighting. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. We're like, what the hell? They really start fighting. I'm talking like pulling each other's hair and throwing each other around. Ah! And we're all just crowded around it watching it because it's a girl fight. You know what I'm saying? No one's really going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? No one had a gun or a knife. These chicks are fighting around. Turns out these two girls were fighting over this guy named Glenn. You know what I'm saying? Glenn is a deal breaker name if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. So the two girls are fighting. You know what I'm saying? One of their boobies falls out, but it wasn't like a good boobie. It was like a National Geographic's boobie. You know what I'm saying? Like a no racism, but like African gone wild. They were long titty, not good stuff. And we keep on. I mean, we're watching this stuff, and then next thing you know, the fight moves outside. Fight moves outside. All bars are off. Right? There's about 70 people all watching this fight. Because the Fremont, if you guys have ever been to Fremont on the weekends, it's as big as Houston, but on that one street. There's a certain street out in Houston, Texas. It's just long street. You feel me? And it's just completely popularized. It's like thousands or hundreds of millions of people. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like ant. If you look at them from up top, it looks like a bunch of ants, like colonized bugs and ants and whatnot. So it's that many people. We're all outside watching these girls fight. Next thing you know, their boyfriends get into it. Now their boyfriends start fighting, fist fighting, and they're throwing shit. They're freaking out. Now they start fighting and they move a block down because for some reason the girls and the guys, they're talking shit in between fighting and they're moving down the street. We're all following them because we want to watch, right? It's entertaining. They move about 4 more blocks down the street into a dark alley. Now, this was a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Never fight in the dark alley because there usually ain't no cameras. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat, if that makes sense. Type of 2 in the chat, if fighting in the dark alley ain't dangerous, you gonna go fight in the dark alley probably tomorrow night. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Is this legit? Absolutely not. No. None of this happened. You know what I'm saying? It's all off of Photoshop. We photoshopped all of this. This is a hologram, like in the Matrix, and or a Chief Keef concert, because he's banned from Chicago, so he has to do holographic concerts. Like Michael Jackson still does out here in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I think the Beatles do one as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's see. In an alley. Yeah. So Punjin, I want you to guess if this, hey Pun, I want you to guess if this is legit. I want you to guess. Go ahead and guess. I'll give you a guess, Pun. Go ahead and guess. Hey, what's up, Luffy? Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Red Man? Hey, thanks for the compliment, Brody. Yeah. That's what's up. Hello from the UK. Appreciate you for the well wishes. Hey, Pun, hurry up. You have like 30 seconds to figure out if this is legit or not. I want you to guess. Hurry up. You have 30 seconds. Hey, what's up, place? Appreciate you for the compliment. Hey, what's up, young bitter? Appreciate the compliment, Brody. Hey, what's up, Johnny Cash? That's what's up. Yo, what you guys been getting into? All right, so peep game, right? So, anyway, yeah, I mean, all right, so let's see. What story was I telling you guys? You know what I'm saying? Pop quiz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's good, Johnny Cash? Yo, hope you guys are having a great night, man. Because, yeah, the people that robbed me, no, it didn't bother me at all. I got my get back, and I got to get it back in blood. How could I be angry when I got to do such horrifyingly terrible martial arts, Mortal Kombat 1 fatality level damage on this dude? And he didn't die. That's a W. Cause he should have died. The stuff I did to that dude, man, he should have died. Man, he should have died. Bro, so I'm driving away from his apartment complex after doing all of this stuff to him in the parking lot, inside of his apartment complex, which is called the Pyramids out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. None of this is real, by the way. But if you guys go to the Pyramids, you'll notice out in the parking lot, the floor is like, I mean, the street, like the pavement, the gravel, it's all rocks. It's very low quality. So when he got his face smashed into the rocks, it was blood everywhere, black blood, because he started throwing up blood after the internal damages I did to him set in. So yeah, when I broke his 5 ribs, that shit punctured shit. And then he started throwing up blood. And then it was black blood. And that's when I knew he was close. So that's when I stopped. I was like, oh, he throwing that blood black. Because the blood coming out of his eyeballs was red, but the blood he was throwing up was black. And I was like, ah, shit, that's internal injuries. I learned that off a Magic School Bus. Because like Miss Frizzle, she's talking about that. You're going in a human body. And like when someone like coughs up blood, the more internal damages they've taken, the darker the shade of blood. You know what I'm saying? So since it was black blood, I was like, yeah, I better stop because he's getting close. And weirdly enough, that's when he started telling me the truth. He told me, oh man, yeah, fine, okay, look, it was me. I robbed your house. And I was like, oh, he finally tells me the truth. So that's when I was like, oh, thank you for telling me the truth. But if you come anywhere near my people again, I'll finish you. Mortal Kombat. Ooh. And he stayed away from me and my peoples. We'd seen him from time to time inside of we went, we saw him I seen him at Fremont. You know what I'm saying? I was going into Dirt Dogs down at Fremont Street. Delicious food. I'm going up in there and I see him coming out. This is like the 10th time I've run into him. You know what I mean? He's like, and he sees me and he's like, yo, man. He doesn't say yo, man. He says, what's up? And I was like, what's up? And I was like, the fuck? After I got in there, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I just ordered my food. You know what I'm saying? He had abided by his side of the pact that I had made him. That if you stay away from my family, I'll never beat you up again. But he stayed away from that. So he stayed away from my family. So I never beat him up again when I saw him because there's no reason to do that. That would be that wouldn't make sense to do it again. Even though, some would say he would deserve another one. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you guys the gross details of what I did to him in that parking lot that gave him all the bodily injuries that I didn't do. That none of this ever happened. This is all made up and fake. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll tell you guys the details of all the stuff I didn't do to him in the parking lot. Once we reach 100 in Super Chat, it'll unlock all of the juicy details. Because it's bad. It's real bad. I should have gone to jail for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Probably 5 years, maybe 10. But that's a W in the chat. We didn't do any jail time. We didn't go back. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed away from our family after that. So, because the only reason why I, really did that, I was, like my peoples was home. What if my family was at the crib when my house is getting robbed? And he ran up in there. So the police said that there were 6 assailants. You know what I'm saying? All of them had masks. So the one thing that they didn't steal from my house was my Xbox 360, which had red ringed the doomed very shortly before that. And that's another reason why I knew he did that, was because he was the only person that'd been to my house that I had showed my Xbox. And the reason why we couldn't play it, survey says, is because it was red ring of doomed. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yep. Yo, appreciate the compliment. Yeah. I have 0 black friends, but I wish I had one. Yeah, man, it's really important to have a black friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was kicking it with my with some homies of mine like a month ago. We were at the club. You know what I'm saying? He had a female with him. I had a chick with me. We were all having a good time. And we were on Fremont Street. Fremont Street's known to be somewhat ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Dude walked past, literally grabbed homie's female and got in this close up on her and started trying to spit game to her. And the homie, he's a super duper skinny dude. He wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. So he doesn't say anything. He just lets it happen. And the dude looks at me and he's like, oh, yo, bro, like, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, we ain't doing none of that. You go ahead and roll out. And he's like, my bad, bro. My bad, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then just kept moving. But if I hadn't said shit, his female would be pregnant right now because the guy was black and he'd have whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, you know what I'm saying, that same guy, he tells me, he's like, yo, man, I think it's lame that you fight people that try to do shitty stuff to you in public. And I'm like, word, like when I stopped that guy from stealing your fucking wife and piping her in front of you when we were at the Mexican spot by the clubs. Okay. Yep. You know what I'm saying? See, you guys should go to that club again. Go there again. And I just won't be there. 2 people literally tried to rob them that night. Like, literally. I'll tell you guys that story straight up. So we were on Fremont Street. We were next to the Mexican spot. Right next to the Mexican spot, in between the pizza spot, there's there's checkers and chess on the floor to make it, for them to make the environment more festive. And, we bought some food, so I'm waiting on the food, and him and his wife decide to do some Beauty and the Beast type bullshit and do a dance in the fucking chest, and not realizing this is the motherfucking streets. And this is right next to the hood. There's homeless motherfuckers, and there's pimps and prostitutes and people with knives. Like, it's bad there. And these goofy motherfuckers decide to do this goofy shit and start puriating, or whatever they call it, in the alley where the chest is at, right? Where the chest is painted on the ground. 2 robbers with Pooh Shiesty masks walk up on these motherfuckers. The female looks at me and is like, hey, come here, for no reason, just come over here, help. So I'm like, ugh. So I walk over there, you know what I'm saying, and I just stand next to him. And then the guys are walking towards them, and then they adjust their path and walk past him. And I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, what you guys getting into tonight? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, Slushy? No Xboxes were harmed. Yeah, that was the only thing that didn't get stolen out of the apartment was the Xbox 360, which let me know that it was Rashad because he was the only person that been at the house that knew that it regged Ring the Doomed. You know what I'm saying? Bro. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm saying that's what let me know to put my feet in his ale. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate the compliment, Brody. Hey, what's up, Dulce? Where you from? Pooh Shiesty. For real, I think Pooh Shiesty's in jokes. Yeah, I think Pooh Shiesty is in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's understandable, Anthony. Anti. That's cool that you're Hispanic and all your friends are black. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's understandable, Alex. Hey, hi, David. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty, I'm pretty sure he's in prison. You know what I'm saying? Yo, who did you rob, Slushy? I remember you from some super chats back in the day. Appreciate you, Brody. Yo, what's up, Green Beast? What's up, Gleek? Yeah, no Xboxes were harmed. What about the alley fight with the titty meat? Oh, yeah, I got you, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Yo, all right, so look, if you guys want me to finish the story about the girls in the alley, you know what I'm saying? Type send a 10 in super chat and I'll finish that whole story. You know what I'm saying? That way we're not stuck going in between a ton of different stories because I can't even help it. You know what I'm saying? I just go into story mode, start telling stories that pertain to that type. Any stories, suggestions that are super chatted through, I got you regardless of the amount. You know what I'm saying? You send two in super chat, you suggest a story, I'll start telling that mug. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, so anything that's any messages that are super chatted through, I will be reading them no matter how vulgar. You know what I'm saying? Or how nasty. Oh boy. Yep, appreciate you for the compliment. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so much crazy stuff has happened. Yo, so look, don't be jealous. Don't go looking for crazy stuff to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. AEW's in the chat to YB Dame. He just super chatted another two directly through. Can you give Thomas a shout out for me? Shout out to Thomas, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah, I love all the wild stuff that's happened to me. It's given me stories to tell you guys. That's the greatest gift. Is it? It is. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I love these stories. Cause look, I love books. You know what I'm saying? I love reading books. And to me, telling stories to people is like, taking you guys through a Rugrats type of venture, but a Ratchet Rugrats type of venture, but except you guys don't have to worry about getting a knife pulled on you or stabbed. And I'm completely healthy. Like none of this stuff has done me any real bodily harm. Like I stabbed like 9 times and it's done real no damage. You know what I'm saying? Like all it did was just give me experience with a knife. So, you know what I'm saying? To which case, when I got stabbed 8 times, no, when I got stabbed 9 times, I got stabbed the first time when I was 12. And the 8 times I got stabbed when I was like 23. You know what I'm saying? I got stabbed 8 times in the head. Right her. You know what I'm saying? You can see this dent right here. That's not right here. You know what I'm saying? So I got stabbed 8 times right here. You know what I'm saying? And I blocked it, got a whole lot of good fighting experience out of it, and it did no damage. It didn't penetrate. All it did was just hit the top, but the skull stopped it. So no damage. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. I just got the awesome story out of it. And I got the story. So after getting stabbed 9 times, 8 times in the head, a guy pulled a knife on me. A meth head pulled a knife on me at 1 a.m. in the morning, and I laughed at this nigga. Like, nigga, all you got is a knife? I've already been stabbed. What? I got a knife? Oh, yo, what's up, Brody Wilson? W's in the chat to Brody Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Do it jiggle. I don't. I can't answer that question with only two, man. I mean, it's like a 50 to even ask. I mean, to answer that question. That's like a 50 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? W in the chat to Brody Wilson. I read it before I knew what it said. I only do that with the super chats, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Been stabbed by a broken beer bottle. Yo! What happened, Andrew Jensen? What happened when you were stabbed by a broken beer bottle? If, mind you, if you guys super chat your stories to me, I will read them out loud dramatically like it's happened to me. Because it probably has. Yo, can you put subtitles in Spanish, please? Yo, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? How do I do that, matter of fact? I enjoy Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any advice for the next generation? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Listen to yourself. And my advice to you, if you, regardless of what you want to do, is listen to Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. You know what I'm saying? It's 30 minutes long. Yo, W's in the chat to Brody Wilson. Yo, you still mess with the nunchucks. Indeed, I do. W's in the chat to Brody Wilson. He sent 7 directly through the super chat, which is 9 that he sent so far. I think it's 7 total. Yeah. 7 total. Yo, hey, what's up, Javier? Yo, 10 years later. Yo, it's good to run into you 10 years later. I'm glad I've been a part of you guys' lives for so long. I'm glad that I've been able to steer some of you through my story times, either through your own bad time or through not running into a situation I've already run into. You know, that way you guys don't do that. You know, it's like what Hove said. You know what I'm saying? I sold drugs and been stabbed and stuff. Hove been through that. That way, hopefully, you don't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? If someone pulls out a knife, and they try to swing at you like this, you have to block it like this. You know what I'm saying? This is the only block that will block the arm coming in and stop it from advancing and stabbing you like in all of the Saving Private Ryan movies. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember that scene from Saving Private Ryan when the guy slowly puts the knife in and he like puts it in? Yeah, that won't happen if you block like this. If he's blocking the knife like this, then yes, it will be moved and stabbed into you if the guy's stronger than you. But if you block it like this, you know what I'm saying, then he cannot move this, regardless of how much stronger than you he is. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Go out and have a good weekend. Don't get stabbed. Hey, what's up, Dominic Hayes? Thank you for the 2 in super chat, Brody. Yo, YB Dave, thank you for another 2 in super chat. Yo, Javier, thank you for another 5 in super chat. Yo, donation train out this month. You guys are freaking awesome. Yo, so we've just reached, you know what I'm saying? We just reached 35 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 15 more, I'm going to tell you guys how we gave all the injuries to the guy that got stabbed. I mean, we didn't stab him. We just beat him. You know, we did break 5 of his ribs, though. Perforated his eye socket. You know what I'm saying? Gave him 3 concussions. You know what I'm saying? Because we smashed his face into the gravel. Bah! You robbing houses, nigga? Word? Bah! Bet you won't do it again, will you? Did you do it? And he's like, no, man, I didn't. Bah! We had a great time. You know what I'm saying? It was filled with turn up. You know what I'm saying? It was a roller coaster of his ass getting whooped and then him answering me as to why. He told the truth in the end, which luckily enough didn't get us put in prison. Huh? I tell you, it's a W, damn it. You know what I'm saying? If this really happened and we had gotten the cops called on us and they found us, we would have. Yeah, because remember, the police told us if we did something to him, we were going to prison and he was gonna put us there. You know what I'm saying? Through the graces of something we didn't get told on. You know what I'm saying? Through the graces of not through the graces of not finishing them off, we didn't go to jail. For real, for real. Yo, appreciate the compliment, Brody. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Appreciate the compliments, Brody. You guys have great energy tonight. W's in the chat to YB Dame. W's in the chat to Dominique. W's in the chat to Javier. I understand your situation, but I will forgive you, brother, and Jesus loves you. Yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bruh, my favorite part about the Bible is the part about the fact that Jesus hung out with hookers. You know what I'm saying? Because hookers are good people. You know what I'm saying? They're naked people that do stuff for money. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably when he turned water into wine. For real, for real. Yo, all right, so what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? And where are you guys at? Not address, state. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. W's in the chat to Brody Wilson. Yo, thank you for the 2 more in super chat, Brody. Yo, so now we is at 37 in super chat. Once we reach 13 more, we unlock the details of what we did to Rashad Banks, man, because we reached 20 in super chat, which unlocked his name. His name's Rashad Banks. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 50 in super chat, we will unlock the details of all of the bodily harm that he basically inflicted on himself when he decided to rob us at gunpoint. Like at our own houses, we trusted him. You know what I'm saying? But on the bright side, bet he won't do that shit again. But on the dark side, he did do it again. But on the bright side, he did it to somebody other than us. You know what I'm saying? Because he learned today. But he did it to a pimp. And then he owed them $700. And they beat him up for that too. He's got to stop. He's got to stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I bet you guys can't guess what Rashad Banks' profession is, what his chosen profession is, his business. You know what I'm saying? If you guys guess it correctly, I'll tell you guys if that's real. Who got robbed at gunpoint? Well, he ran up in our apartment with 6 masked blood members, friends of his, ran up in our apartment and robbed, stole all my brother's stuff. And then now he didn't get to steal our stuff. So I was playing poker for a living. All my money was hidden in the books in the closet. You know what I'm saying? And I hid my money in the books because I had learned something very important. That's S-tier knowledge in life. All right, so lock in. Listen to this. People who rob your house, they don't read. So what they gonna look in the book for? Huh? Boom. I just hooked you guys up with good knowledge. You know what I'm saying? YG never talks about robbing the books. You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you open up a book, you put your money in it, you close the book. The more scientifical the book is, the lesser chance that the thieves are going to steal that shit. Thieves don't read. People that rob houses don't read books. W's in the chat. W's in the chat to YB Dame. Thank you for super chatting another $1 straight through the channel, Brody. Oh my God, I still haven't put the links up so you guys can super chat to me directly. Oh my God, give me a second. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? All right, if you want that advice finished for the next generation, as I was literally ranting, freestyling from my own experiences, which I'll give you, super chat 10 through, and I'll tell you everything you need to know so that the young dupe out there can, do well and not stay in a life of crime, which I never did, because everything on YouTube is not believed. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Hope they're not watching this. I don't give a shit. I give no shits. Huh? 20 in Super Chat and BHD will release Rashad's autopsy report. Sir, given your loyalty and how good you are at comedy, you are a mod now. Yeah, I'm saying you are 100% a mod now. You are good people's Reggie side, and you have good energy. You have been loyal for a long time. Yeah, yeah. All right, Joe. So once we reach 11 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys all of the Mortal Kombat 1 worthy fatality injuries we did to Rashad Banks, who robbed our house and thought that we were just going to let it happen. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? But on the bright side, at least he lived. You know what I'm saying? That's paramount. Yeah. Appreciate it. Bro, say something on the gaming channel. I'll make you a mod over there as well. Bruh. Just wanted to say thank you for making my childhood. Been watching your content for years. Yo, that's awesome. Watching story times. You know what I'm saying? They would come up. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Yo, that's awesome that you've been here since 2014, D. Williams. Yeah, yeah. Hello from YouTube. For real, for real. Let's see. So yeah, we don't talk about politics. You know what I'm saying? My moderators have been alerted that anyone that talks about either religion or politics, they get a 10-minute ban. You know what I'm saying? You're finding a new hiding spot now? Understandable. This is why you carry your Glock, Sammy. Understandable. I have never heard of the angry robot. You know what I'm saying? All right, so peep game. So once we reach 11 more in Super Chat, I will be... Oh, okay, here. Let me put in the links real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Love the energy. What? Huh? He's wild. Huh? Man, all right, give me a second, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Internet being goofy as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we doing a story time from my phones. Because if I did it from the computer, you know what I'm saying? It'd be goofy right now. Let's see. Internet being goofy as hell. And then we got the live. We got the links. Putting links. All right, give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right there in a couple seconds. Oh. Yeah. All right, Joe. All right, we got the first link up. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you guys want to super chat directly to your boy, we up in this mug. Make sure to like this mug up. Appreciate you guys. Yeah. So we just put the link up in the comment section for the first one. And we head into the second one. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, you guys. Man. God. Dang. And we are back. You know what I'm saying? We are back. Yo, all right, you guys. So type a 1 in the chat if you guys can see and hear everything. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys can't see or hear any of this. Can I be mod? Yo, so once a person is super chatted 500 directly to the channel, either that through the tip jar that's up in the comment section or directly through the channel, they become an instant mod. I tend to mod my supporters as my biggest supporters become my mods because they've shown that they care and, you know, they're willing to help, and, you know, they're usually my most, you know, my nicest, you know, people are my super chatters. So I tend to mod my super chatters, my biggest super chatters first. You know what I'm saying? Do I like Sakuna? I love Sakuna. You know what I'm saying? I should tell the Chris story. Understandable. That can be a super chat request. So if you guys super chat 50 directly through the channel and or directly through my tip jar, I will tell any story that you guys want me to tell. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, verbatim. You know what I'm saying? Word for word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I will recant any story. The state of games? What do you mean smoke gaming? You know what I'm saying? State of games is good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you, Blossom. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. All right. So with that being said, once we reach 11 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys all of the juicy details of all the injuries we did to Rashad. Plus, on top of that, once we reach 100 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying, which is in, let's see, which is in 61 more in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the story of the woman I got pregnant, and you guys actually don't know about this story, but I'll tell you guys, it was one of my best dodges. Luckily enough for me, I was able to young child support myself out of the situation. So it wasn't as bad. Oh, yeah. So once we reach a 50 in Super Chatters, once we reach 100 in Super Chat, the story you guys wanted to hear was when I used to didn't sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you guys the stories of when I used to sell. We'll unlock the stories of when I used to sell drugs. But, you know, no one believes it anyway, so it didn't happen. That way, we can't go to jail for this. Yeah, right. Yeah, appreciate the well wishes, brodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm all good, bros. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe. Being robbed is not that bad, actually. Well, at least in the situation. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the biggest deal. I've always loved video games. You know what I'm saying? I think gaming is going great. You know what I'm saying? I don't think gaming is going bad. But yo, if you guys have any questions you guys really want me to answer, you know what I'm saying? Type it in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be reading them all out loud and answering them mugs. I didn't even see it. Hmm. Hmm. Eh, you know, yeah, he was begging. You know what I'm saying? When he started throwing up the black blood, when he started spitting out the black blood, then he started begging. Please, okay. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, let's see. Story I could tell you guys. Okay, so, no, I was telling you guys a story before. Okay, so we were so as the girls are all fighting and we're heading down the alleyway. So once we get to the alley, it was like a Royal Rumble. It was like a school cafeteria fight from Family Guy. Like it was that many people fighting. Everybody was rumbling. You know what I'm saying? People was getting down. It was loose. It was wild. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like a Saving Private Ryan war scene. It was that many people fighting. So I run over, I'm hearing this woman screaming, right? And I'm like, oh shit, got to help the hoes. So I run over, and these three dudes are jumping the shit out of this really frail looking woman. I'm like, oh shit. So I run over and start ripping guys off of her and shit. Like, yo, it's a female, bro. Don't be beating on no females. And I offer the dudes to fade. Like, yo, don't be beating on no females, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all jumping a chick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl was built like Ryan Gosling. You know what I'm saying? Really, really skinny. So I rip all the dudes off of her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I get down there, you know what I mean? I go to help the female up, and she turns over, and it's a goddamn guy. Which is why he was built like Ryan Gosling. It was a dude that had a lot of woman features on him, long hair and everything. I'm like, motherfucker, ah! And the dudes looked at me. They're all like, yo, so is this still your friend? Like, can we keep beating him? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know this nigga. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, fuck him up, and they all jump back on him. And like I walk away in slow motion while they all still beating him a little bit. They kicking him and shit. It wasn't a bad whooping. He wasn't bleeding. You know what I'm saying? It was just like softening him up. You know, must have been friends of his. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? As a man in America, man, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's wilding, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no help for dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still watching the rest of the fights and whatever. I'm looking around and everyone else is fighting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I notice it's mostly dudes fighting. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. A bunch of dudes fighting is fun. Chicks fighting is not that fun to watch. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just standing there just like taking it all in, just like watching all the fights, you know, happen around me, which was really, really fun, right? Because no one tried to fight me because I look the way I do, but everyone was fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I wasn't instigating, but I was watching it. So then, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was low-key instigating. Okay, it was hilarious. I just didn't film. So then, you know, this big, tall black dude walks up in there wearing a beige, dirty coat. You know what I'm saying? Looked like something he gotten from Burlington's Coat Factory or Goodwill, right? Walks in there, he pulls open his coat, and he's wearing nothing but, well, was he wearing clothes under it? I don't think he was. He was wearing boxers at least. So he pulls a gun out of one of the pockets, one of the mini pockets on his coat, and then he points it at me because I was the scariest looking dude there, I guess. So I was just like, yo, like, hey, I ain't do shit. I don't want nothing. Hey, you know, it's like, we good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So, homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he puts the gun down. He's like, everybody get out of here. Yells out and then starts talking shit. He pulls his gun, man. The shit looked like something like out of Max Payne. You know, it reminded me out of the video game of Max Payne. Really old looking gun, like a Desert Eagle. You know what I'm saying? So where the fuck did he get a Desert Eagle from? He didn't even look like he could afford bullets, but I wasn't willing to test him and see. So he pulls the gun out. You know what I'm saying? Points it at me. I'm like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. So then he puts the gun down when he realizes I'm not a threat, and he just starts yelling some other random shit. And everyone at that point, they all ran in opposite directions because the dude put out a gun. He looked homeless. You know what I'm saying? Very homeless. You know? I don't know what we did to deserve any of that. This is wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm streaming on 17 different accounts. For real. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm about to go eat some crazy food. Bruh. So yo, I sip. So type of one in the chat if my highest super chatter from this stream wants to have their name in the title of tomorrow's videos. I'm saying one of them. Type of two in the chat if our highest super chatter from this stream wants to instead be able to choose one of the games we play on one of our streams tomorrow. You can choose a scary game, any game. As long as I got it, it's all you. Understandable. That's what's up. Understandable. How tall am I? I'll be 9 feet in October. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I got the real readings and everything. 90 feet. 90 feet tall. Yep. So my driver's license and everything. I'll show you for 20 in Super Chat. I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? It's really on my driver's license. 90 feet tall. Mm. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Smoke Gaming? I'm glad you came through to just say hi, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got good energy. Oh. That's what's up. Yo, you guys got good energy. Yo, once we reach 11 more in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys all the wild bodily harm we did to, what was his name? Rashad Banks. I think I might go make some food. Yo, W's in the chat to Superland. Yo, he just super chatted $2 directly through the channel. Yo, W's in the chat to YB Dame. Yo, Terrence Crawford or Canelo? I don't really know those people that well. What does Terrence Crawford and Canelo do? You know what I'm saying? Yo, mama asking. Here comes the money. All right, look, so if you guys super chat through any of my links down there, make sure to let me know in the chat by saying check your tip jar. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. Damn, that's real. All right, so let's see. All right, you guys. So, we've reached 31 in Super Chat. You know what I'm saying? So we have 19 more until we unlock the story. We've reached 31 in Super Chat. September boxing matches. Yo, what video games are you guys looking up? What video games are you guys looking forward to, personally? You know what I'm saying? Understandable, Darrow. It's cool. It's awesome that you would donate if you have it, bro. That's cool. All right, see you later, you jukebox. Hey, what's up, Luffy? Understandable. If I did get a gun, what type of gun should I get, guys? It'd be like my first gun I ever really bought. Minecraft 2. Minecraft 2 is a game that's coming out. When do I sleep? Usually when I'm sleepy. OG day, OG wave. Usually when I'm sleepy. What time do you normally sleep, OG? Yeah, Minecraft 2. Sounds like a good one. The game I'm waiting for, bro, is GTA 6. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yo, thank you, 2D. I'm a night owl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Makes perfect sense. That's what's up. So do you guys have any questions or any crazy parts of the story you guys want to hear? You know what I'm saying? Super chat through what parts you guys want me to tell you or recant, and I got you guys. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. That's what's up, Armadillo. I love anime. I've been in the anime. What was you guys' gateway anime? The anime that got you addicted to anime. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 19 more in Super Chat, I'll unlock the story. It will unlock the part of the story where we broke 5 of his ribs. We did a lot of damage to him. And that will also unlock the story of when I Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a good anime. Dragon Ball, that's a good one, Reggie signed. Dragon Ball, OG Wave, understandable. What's you guys' favorite Dragon Ball Z movie? Mine is the third Broly movie. The most latest Broly movie. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, Diego? It's very specific for a gun. I like that he's specific. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, I sell. So, I remember my first time playing Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I'm saying? I was living in the projects and, you know, like, I was walking past this house and I had some friends with me and my friends knew the people inside the house. So they invited us in. I get in there and oh my God, bro, they're playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and they had a Sega Genesis. Back in the day, Sega Genesis, when I was a kid, Sega Genesis were $200. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 99 in October. So when I was a kid, Sega Genesis had just come out. It was like $299, bro, for a brand new Sega Genesis. So they had it in the living room. They're playing it on TV. I go in there and I played Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And I fell in love with that game, bro. Like, for real, for real. Cooler's Revenge, that's a good one. Resurrection F, that's a good choice. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts on Outlast Star? I have never heard of Outlast Star, Edward. Any merch out right now? I believe so, yo. You know what I'm saying? I believe I should have some merch up. It's on my channel, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? But I want to set it up as to where you guys can, like, you know, you guys can get the merch whenever you want. Like, you guys will send an order and they just send you the merch. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a way to do that. I'm actually in talks with the homie right now, setting that up. Yeah, that's definitely how you spell it. Sukuna. What's you guys' favorite fight in Jujutsu Kaisen? My favorite fight in Jujutsu Kaisen is Sukuna versus that Maharagra. That shit's fire. I haven't seen the latest Superman. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go see that like tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, I should probably just go see it early in the morning or something. But yeah, I've got a 5-hour Family Guy compilation video dropping in like 2-3 days. Like, it's going to be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? The longest compilation I've ever dropped was like 3 hours. This one's going to be like 5-6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 5 hours. Wasn't your house robbed? Yo, my house was robbed. Yeah, it was an apartment. It was robbed at gunpoint, all the way bad. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to recant the story, if you send a 20 in super chat, I'll retell the story. You know what I'm saying? It should be more than that, but you know, for a 20. Late night prices. I hope you get better, Bark Bark. You know, sucks to see you so sad. It sucks to see that you're so sad. I hope you get better, bro. Hey, what's up, chat? Scary videos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll drop some of those too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a scary compilation coming out too. How long of a scary video you guys want? You guys want me to make a compilation, like a 3-hour compilation of scary videos? My dream car? One of those Corvettes that looks like a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? The title is very real. I've had crazier stuff than my house getting robbed at gunpoint happen. Way crazier. You know what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing is, the guy that robbed my house at gunpoint, I got to see him. And I got to set him up. He set me up to get robbed. I set him up to get mobbed. I beat the crap out of him. Basically to within an inch of his life. You know what I'm saying? He lived, so that's a W in the chat. He lived, but he had to eat through a straw for a month. Which makes sense because he coughed up black blood. Which means that when his 5 ribs got broken. So once we reach 19 more in Super Chat, I'm going to fully describe the fight and all of the injuries and stuff I did to him. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 100 in Super Chat, I'll be telling you guys the story of the girl I got pregnant. And, you know, her name, like what happened, you know, what happened to the baby, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If not, then that'll be the story of tomorrow. Yeah, life is good. Luckily enough for me, I survived it with no long-lasting injuries. Got a whole lot of awesome fighting experience out of it, and we got the stories. You know what I'm saying? I am an investigative reporter. You know what I'm saying? I go real far into the wild side to get the stories for you guys. Thank you for the compliment. Ooh. That's understandable. You guys are cool people, man. Yeah. Glad you were good, Blast. That's what's up. Health is everything. For real, for real. Health is very important. Yeah. No problem, Vendura. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Stevie K official? I'm gonna edit that out t-shirt. Understandable, Wabi Dame. Oh, that was life-changing crack, bro. That felt so good. Did you guys hear my knuckles crack? I cracked my finger like 3 times. Usually I get the 3rd one. Nah. 2 is enough apparently. Let's see, I'm gonna try to crack this thumb. Ooh, we got 1. Yeah, usually we go for 2. Them cracks feel good. Yo, W's in the chat to Javier Martinez. Hey, W in the chat. Yo, for real, man. Likewise, bros. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Yo, Javier, where you from, bro? Javier Martinez, where you from, Brody? You know what I'm saying? He's giving Cali energy. Because you have, like, high vibe Cali energy, low key. Yo, salute W's in the chat. Yo, appreciate the compliment. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliment, billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hope you're doing good, Brody. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Hey, thanks for the compliment. Yeah, the title's real. Bro, this title is nothing technically. Bro, look. So I had a Tinder date and the female, I rented us a hotel room for me and my Tinder date. Baby girl showed up with two big black guys, tried to rob me. Hilarious. And that's just dating in Vegas. Did she rob me? Um, for 30 in super chat, I'll tell you guys that entire story of when, you know, I got set up on a Tinder date. You know what I mean? You know, it went good. It went really, 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 really good. You know? She ain't, look, you know what I mean? If we reach 30, if we get us 30 in super chat, I'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole situation. What I got robbed of. Yo, W's in the chat to Javier Martinez. Yo, I hope you're doing well as well, Xavier. I'm doing well, man. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for the compliment, Caden. Yeah, it was a honey pot. You know what I'm saying? I got set up for the flu flam. Yeah, they tried it. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm about to get up out of here in like, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here probably in 13 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we reach the 100 and if we reach, let's see, we're at 33. If we reach 67 more in super chat, I'll stay for another hour. You know what I'm saying? On God. And I'll tell you guys way more stories. Yeah. Another good day ahead of us all. For real, for real. Yo, so our highest super chatter of the stream, our highest single super chatter of the stream, they get their name in the title of tomorrow's video. In the title of one of tomorrow's video. Was she bad though? Was what chick bad? Which one? Which chick are you asking is bad? Yeah, no, they did rob us. They robbed us of all of our stuff inside the crib. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get my money because I hid it in my books. And, you know, the guy, he did it. There was 6 people with him. You know what I'm saying? So they just got a bunch of my brothers, like expensive equipment or whatever. They didn't get nothing of mine. Was she bad though? I mean, the chick that drove the getaway car was bad. Her name was Shanae. Very attractive chick. Hey, what's up, Katrina? My name's Maurice. You know what I mean? It's nice to meet you, yo. The Tinder chick was bad? Yeah, she was cute. She was lightweight. She was low-key a catfish because she showed up like 30 pounds heavier than what her photos said. But, you know, I was still down to kick it with her and whatnot. But, you know, after she tried to rob me, I was like, you know, nah. This isn't what I wanted. All right, you guys. So once we reach another 17 super chat, we got 10 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 17 more in Super Chat, or if we reach 67 more in Super Chat, I'll stay for another hour until you got stories. Tinder can be sketchy, Noland. Indubitably. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep your wits about you. Hey, no problem at all. The Cookie Crushers. I got you. Mm. 9 more minutes. Any story you guys want to hear before I roll? Mm. Mm. I'm thinking of the story I'm going to tell you guys tomorrow. Well, later today, actually. Definitely streaming later on today. Do I react to true crime? I react even better than that. I react to Trap Lord Ross. Easy. Love Trap Lord Ross. I'm doing good, Jagger. They wanted me running for my life? Good idea. I already know exactly the story. Time to try to Trap Lord Ross is fire. Yeah, he is. For real, for real. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? In 8 minutes, as long as we don't get a 67 in Super Chat coming through, then I'm about to get up off of here and go watch some Trap Lord Ross eat Cheetos. I'm probably going to make some chili cheese dogs tonight. Love chili cheese dogs. Hey, what's up, Anusk? Yo, what's up, Slick? What's you guys' favorite video game of all time? My favorite video game is probably Super Mario World 2 on Super Nintendo. So much fun on that game. But probably Super Mario 64, actually. Super Mario 64 is like my favorite game, bro. It's so good. So good. Yep, streaming super early. Arkham Asylum. That's a good choice. Real good choice. All right, Joe. I'm going to see you guys a little bit later on. Prototype is a really good game. W stream for real, for real. All right, y'all stay up.